The story of how I became the Prime Minister and led a government of 5 female leaders is also the story of a country, Finland, which has lately been celebrated across the West for its advancements in equality, sustainability, and the welfare model as well as resilience. All things that made me want to become a politician in the first place. Although Finland can't always live up to the image of our country as a kind of wintry, egalitarian utopia where, according to surveys, the happiest people in the world live, I am proud of my country, and I'm glad I got the chance to serve it. I am proud of my country because it is home to a strong social welfare system that has fostered a deep trust and solidarity in our society. It's this trust that allows us to move forward. While conservative politicians may say that social democratic policies prevent freedom, they are actually what give us our freedoms: to live securely, to be educated, to work, to earn a fair wage, to have time to enjoy your family and friends, to be who you are. When a country makes these rights available to all its citizens, it makes it possible for every child to become anything they want and for people to live their fullest lives. But these structures need constant upkeep and reforming. We cannot take them for granted. Every generation has the responsibility of recognizing and updating what came before them. We owe it to those who fought for our rights in the past and to the new generation who will need our support in the future. When I was elected Prime Minister, I had no idea what was in store for me. In addition to all the typical responsibilities of a European Prime Minister, legislative debates, budget negotiations, navigating standard political disputes and pitfalls, and coordinating with the European Union, the global crises that came to a head during my term were historic. Within just over 3 months of my taking office, the world shut down in response to the COVID-19 pandemic, which required the ability to make unprecedented decisions with very little knowledge at first, the means to lead resolutely in an extremely complex environment, flexibility, communication skills, and, maybe above all, endurance. The stakes were incredibly high, and we knew the repercussions of our decisions would reverberate for years. Then, just 2 years later, Russia started a full-scale invasion of Ukraine, delivering a blow to the whole European security architecture and international rules-based order. Finland's long-standing policy of staying militarily non-aligned had to be re-evaluated and revised quickly. We share a long border with Russia, and we could not leave ourselves and the EU vulnerable to aggression. This meant that we, the state leadership, had to lead Finland through the membership accession process for the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, NATO, at an accelerated pace. My term as the Prime Minister, as you may remember, was also colored by a few scandals, harmless to some and outrageous to others, like the infamous clip of me dancing. One of the things I learned firsthand is that our political systems struggle to acknowledge that politicians are also human. At worst, this alienates people from participating and running for office, as they might fear that they won't fit into the narrow stereotypes of being a politician. This is the reason why it has been important to me not to change who I am, even in the middle of the harshest media scrutiny. We need people from all backgrounds to engage in politics to build a society that is inclusive and resilient. I'm writing this book not to memorialize myself, my triumphs or setbacks, but to share the importance of values, to show that insisting on what is right, even when it's difficult, can be a source of power and a guiding force in this broken world. If my personal story is relevant, It's because it shows.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.